So growing up, I was overweight. And when you're overweight, you kind of see life a little differently than a lot of people do. So for example, when I would get on an airplane, first thing I would think about is like, is the seatbelt going to fit? When you'd go to a restaurant, if you walked in, you were set at a booth, like, am I going to fit in the booth? Or if I was going to a clothing store, you know, you could only look at a plus size section. And I got to the point where I didn't love that. I didn't like being in pictures. I didn't like being in front of people. This kind of stuff was like not even an option, right, to do. And so I decided to do something really brave, and I joined a gym. I joined a gym that had a personal trainer, and that was terrifying. And but I made some friends that, so you know when you all, like, this was about 14 years ago, you all had Fitbits, right? So my friends were the Fitbitches. And these girlfriends are still friends for life. And when we started working out in this gym, I found a quote that I want to read to you that kind of changed some things for me. It's called "The Man in the Arena" by Teddy Roosevelt. It said, "It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error, who knows great enthusiasms and great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of achievement, but who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly." So over the next 3 years, I ended up losing about 120 pounds. And I did this through a lot of ways, but most of it was support from people that I loved and really doing hard things. These Fit Bitches and I, we did about 40 different races in the last 10 years. And they're anywhere from half marathons to triathlons and bike races and relays and everything in between. And these races, I didn't win any of them, right? In fact, I was even last in some of them. But I got the same medal that every single person in that race got, right? And I think that was something that, it meant something to try something hard. I also have this bracelet that says "Be Brave" on it. And I've worn this bracelet for 14 years. I did lose it once, and I lost it for about a week, and it was set on a ledge in the bathroom at my work, and I found it again. So it was meant to be, right? So now it's on a permanent bracelet. But that "Be Brave" was something that was really important for me to try and do these hard things. So in 2016, I got asked to be a part of, it was called Dancing with the Aggie Stars, right? It's basically Dancing with the Stars for Utah State. I work up at Utah State, and they asked me if I would do this, and I was like, absolutely not. No way, not gonna happen. And then I looked at my bracelet, and I remembered my quote, and I remembered I was gonna do hard things in life. So I agreed to this. Now, if you remember Dancing with the Stars, they partner someone that can dance with someone who can't dance. That was me. And I was partnered with one of my student ambassadors. His name is Alex Alberto. Now, if any of you have seen Dancing with the Stars, you've seen Derek Huff, and that guy, that he can dance, right? Like, he has got moves. He had nothing on Alex. Alex had like hips that could move that like you would not, I don't know how this like 20-year-old boy could dance the way he danced. So of course, what genre did we got? The salsa. That's terrifying. So we practiced and we practiced and we practiced this salsa dance. And I had all my ambassadors and all my coworkers, they're all trying to help me because Alex agreed that the salsa needed really big hip movements. It needed shimmies, it needed dips, and it needed body rolls. And my version of body rolls and Alex's version of body rolls were very, very different. And he would have me practice these body rolls, and he would have me stand up against a wall because apparently I was doing them backwards. And mine looked more like a worm, you know what I mean, rather than like an actual body roll. but we were doing it. So we got up that night. Fast forward, we get up to the night to perform, and it was a lot like this. It was pretty terrifying to be on a stage with lights on you and focus on you. I was in literally like a red sequin dress, and if any of you know the Reba song, like I had a slit inside, clean up to my hip, right? And we did this dance, and it was full of shimmies and full of body rolls and full of dips and all of the things that were terrifying and also really cool. Did I win? Absolutely not. But I had like the best cheering section. I had like a salsa like it's hot poster made for me. I had like my niece with little flowers, like everything that you could want to be performing the salsa in front of 1,000 high or college students, right? But I go back to that and I think about, like, I have my man in the arena quote in my office, and it's been there for 15 years now. And when I think about that experience, and I think about my life in general, I think about, like, my goal in life is to be brave. My goal in life is to cheer those people on. When I look at people that are doing hard things, whether they're running a race or whether they're standing on stage or doing something hard, my goal in life is to be in the arena, not in the critics' seats, right? I want to be cheering people on, and I want that to be my goal. I believe in being brave, and I believe in more body rolls. Yeah.